Yo, what's up? I'm testing the audio. Testing the audio. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, hopefully not hear me. Probably turn up the volume when editing it. In a minute, editing it. But yeah, welcome back to another YouTube video. Or welcome back to my channel rather. Get me? And open up. Sorry about that. June week I've been in a little accident, right? Mash up, do some proper damage to my foot, proper damage, and I'm kind of hurt it a while ago. But yeah, that's beside the point. I hope when I like my video them so far, and hope when I actually find them entertaining, and hope really I help you know what. You see me? And sometime, no, not really sometime. Yeah, it is sometime. Sometime I like during this week, like I didn't want to like record this video. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I wasn't feeling the vibes. You see me? I wasn't feeling the vibes, but in no matter if me I feel vibes or not, I have a duty to do or something like that, or however you want to word that. And regardless if I feel the vibes or not, I'ma do it. Get me? And this week I'm talking about how to be disciplined. You get me? And I know I say that topic is a topic that very few people would want to listen to. Get me? Because everybody want be comfortable, right? And being disciplined is not about being comfortable. You get me? Sure, it will make you like comfortable in the long run. It will actually make you more than comfortable in the long run. But nobody is thinking about the long run, right? Everybody wants instant gratification. No, right? Yeah, everybody wants instant gratification, right? Everybody wants happiness, pleasure. No, you get me? And this is something where me experience during not this week but last week. You get me? Well, yeah, I've experienced it this week. Well, the lesson was last week, and I am taking the discipline route this week throughout the rest of my life. You get me? What may I say? It's like there was a thing like, how can I say this? Literally now I'm good. There's a financial thing that I'm doing. You get me? Just a sec. There's this financial thing that I'm doing, right? And I told you about it in my not the last video but the video before that, right? Where my brethren support me, you know, so basically me I leveraging money and finally get up my live account, right? So may have strategies, right? In this thing that in this financial thing. No, I really want to say financial through the whole video. In this financial thing that I'm doing, right? I have strategies, right? Yeah, back to what I was saying. May finally adhere to my rules and regulations, you see me? And so I start off the week with $33, right? 33, you can't move from $33. I decide say yo, I'm not blow my account none at all. Other people have story are saying yo, them blow them first account. I'm not going to give that story at all. I decided that Not because them man they blow them account, that means me have to blow my account. It's because a simple thing, just follow the strategy. You have a proper backbone structure where you can lean upon, just follow it. I wasn't following it, but that was my mindset, isn't it? Then me finally decide to follow it and see where it lead me to. Isn't it? Why would you do that in the first place? I don't know. So I started the week with $33, right? The first day, Monday, I ended the day with $51. Right? That's when that's when I am like following my strategy. Tuesday. Just a second. Yeah. Back to what I was saying. Tuesday. Continue to follow my trading strategy and plan, rules and regulation, commandments, statutes. I'm gonna keep on saying that, right? Because I'm going to refer it to my life, using my lifestyle. What a car, beautiful. BMW, best car ever. Tuesday, I went up from $51 to $66. Wednesday, like this morning, like 1 o'clock Wednesday, right? I entered the most beautiful trade ever for my trade. You see me? $88, right? And it really opened my eyes to say, yo, you really make sense when you have a proper like structure in your life, right? It really makes sense when you have a proper and stable structure in life, because if you don't have that the proper and stable structure in your life, alright, like how me have the structure but me never follow it, and me end up in an unnecessary foolishness just because me want to do my own thing, right? That's how life is, right? That's how life is gonna be like if you're not really. We have like laws, right? We have rules, we have regulations, regardless if you're a Christian or not. If you live your life in a structured pattern, right? If you set certain things or create certain habits for yourself, right? It's going to lead you into a better future, right? More than just going about every day, right? Rather than you live today, tomorrow come you wake up, you live again, right? Like nothing. So if anything will happen to you, you just accept it just like that. You don't know what you do wrong. You just live from, right? So those saying feel like everybody feel like actually be disciplined and actually set some rules or regulation or guide in your life, right? I actually commit and be disciplined to those habits or rules, regulation, I have commandments, I follow commandments, right? Commandments, my statute, you see me? Them follow, and I realize it is much easier than when media do beforehand, you see me? Because beforehand, as I say, when I'm on the internet 24/7, you see me? I was mad depressed, right? Me get what me want from the world and still yet me still there level 1, right? Like no improvement, no shape, no farm. You see me? And we made that big switch. I've made that big switch and say, you know what? Let me actually follow and actually listen to what God has said. Be the best thing you could ever do, right? Right now, I can't tell when last I'm really depressed. And if me depressed, it's not about like having sex or anything like that. God, that's what I was mainly depressed about. Otherwise, for money, right? That and money. You get me? Right now, I'm not worrying about either. The only thing I'm worrying about is if I'm going to disobey God, right? Is if I'm not going to do his word, or if I'm doing like his words any justice, or if I'm doing them properly, correctly. And that's what I worry about, right? Not pleasing God. That's what I worry about. That's the only thing I worry about. You see me? Otherwise from that, I'm Gucci fam. Alright? I'm Gucci. Like I pray every day. Right? I pray every day. If me, as I say, if me feel depressed. Alright. Remember I told you that like people like just live, and if them they in a certain situation they don't have nobody to look to. Right? And it's like they don't know what happened in their life. If I feel depressed fam, the only thing me do I just pray. I know say God control my life. You get me? Just pray fam. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually gonna stay like disciplined fam. I'm going to actually obey God. God works, his commandments, his statutes. You see me? Actually obey him and do the best I can. You see me? And try to build other people as well as me and build myself. You see me? Because overall to like a draft, an overdraft, when you say overdraft, or to sum up God, the whole 10 commandments, right? In two to sum it up in two like sentences, you see me? The first one is to love God all of your heart, all of your soul, right? All of your mind, body, soul, basically. Just love God and love only God. Nothing else. No matter if you have a child, you can't love that child more than you love God. Money, woman, wife, you can't love them more than you love God. You have to love God, right? Surely you're going to show them love, but you can't really like say, yo, it's certain things, and if your wife or if this thing is going to lead you away from God, that is what you're going to chase him down. You can't do that. You see me? You have to love God. If they are meant to be in your life, then God will let them be in your life. Simple like that. Although things aren't that black and white, I'm gonna be honest with you. You see me? Things aren't that black and white, but still stick with God. So that's the first one, to love God with all their mind, body, soul, heart. You get me? The second one is to love your neighbor as well. And your neighbor, what we mean by your neighbor, we mean your brother, your sister, a stranger we don't know. Regardless if he's homosexual, regardless if he's a criminal, regardless if he's a rapist, regardless, it no matter who, like, everybody deserve love. You might not know, you might not agree with what them a do. You get me? But still yet everybody deserve love. Right? Because at the end of the day, like, if you lean to your own understanding and you end up hate and resent everybody, what justice is that going to give you? And there's this thing to women actually disgusts me. Right? Everybody here I say, yo, me no put my heart, me no put my trust in a human being. And human being will fail you. You can't trust your own people, you can't trust it. Let me hear that fam. You see it already in the Bible. God said it that you can't trust human being. You see me? Surely enough, you can't trust human being. You're right. You see me? But as I'm saying it in the Bible, so just stop saying that fam. I actually trust God. God said you can't trust human being, trust him. You see me? Because we are all sinful fam. No matter if you're a greatest bishop, no matter if you literally can do miracles, you sin fam. We're all sinners. You see me? But with God, with Jesus in our life, let me make that clear. You see me? Because there are many gods, believe it or not, there are many gods. So let me be clear. With Jesus in our life, you get me? Regardless if we're sinful or not, Jesus is the ultimate sacrifice, or was the ultimate sacrifice for us, for all of our sin. You see me? And therefore we have eternal life. Therefore we can, just like how Jesus forgave us, we can forgive others as well. You see me? And if you read the Bible, literally, first time I actually read the Bible and really take in the Bible, like me literally cry. I literally pray and I cry. You get me? And thing kind of different. You see me? But yeah, that's what I wanted to say from. You see me? Respect every word I want to listen to me. You see me? Respect the support. Y'all who been a support me and who are going to support me. Respect and thanks. You see me? And hopefully all I want to just live amazing, beautiful life. You see me? Regardless of where I might be. And where I might worship as well. You see me? Yeah, make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe and yeah, big up.